Good morning. Welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, it's your girl Germaine, and happy Black History Month. Even though we should be celebrating Black History Month every month, but we're going to do a whole series this month on Black history, really to talk about the power of one story. Yes, our people's story. Okay. And so we'll have different guests coming into the studio this month, really making contributions to um, our history. And so, all right, let me see, because today I decided to finally set up my Morning Brew live for Morning Brew, my Instagram for Morning Brew with Germaine. Yeah, we were working on some things, okay? And so, but this is going to be an exciting morning brew today. Some discoveries that we've made that I'm super excited about, that I want to share with you all today. And, that's why we stop by. Stop by for coffee and conversation. So, hey, let me ask you, what are you drinking today? I have my hazelnut coffee. That's perfect. It's perfect. So, today's brew, what we're going to talk about is Black history lives where stories are shared. Okay, so we're going to get into this. So, you know how we do? I like to take a pause so we can pour into purpose. Let me find out what's going on real quick with my. All right, I might be having some issues on my new morning brew with Germaine Instagram. It looked like it's a little stuck. So I'm gonna just leave it for a moment. Maybe it'll catch up. But we are in our regular Instagram today. And so I want to invite into DJ Sammy Battles. Hey, hey Sam, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by and joining us for Morning Brew. Peace and blessings. I hope all is well. All is well. Good to have you stop by for coffee and conversation today, or whatever you might be drinking. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to be talking today about Black history lives where stories are shared. So let's get into this, because I don't want to keep you held up today. It's the first work day of the new month. All right, guys. So let's talk about Black History Month. Reminds us that our stories were never meant to live in isolation. They were meant to be told, protected, expanded, and passed forward. That's why there's power in our stories, okay? So for generation, Black stories were told about us, rarely by us, and even less owned by us. So today we get to change that. And I'm saying today, not referencing today as today, February 2nd. No, I'm saying today in reference to a period of time that we're in. We need to own our stories, because when we look around, a lot of things that we use, from technology to different industries, Blacks had their hands in the creation of it, or being very instrumental in birthing it and helping it come to life. So let's talk about the power of our stories, okay? So this is where we could pour a little into purpose. So we're going to pour a little bit into purpose, that your story. Now, I want to talk specifically to you. I want to talk to you if you are chimed in, if you are watching from afar, if you are coming into the community, to just say hi, let me know what you're drinking, let me know where you're chiming in from. I want to speak specifically to you about your story. Your story is not too small. Every lived experience holds wisdom. Every lesson has value. Every voice deserves space. I hope that was encouraging for some of you. I hope so. So let's continue to pour a little more, okay? Community strengthens legacy. Stories grow when shared. Learned Learning deepens when done together. So purpose expands in alignment. All right, community, the importance of community. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it, because I found a platform to partner with to be able to extend the Morning Brews community. So we're definitely going to get into that a little bit also today while we're here, okay? So Ownership. This is pouring a little more into purpose. Ownership is the next chapter. Knowledge becomes power when structured. Knowledge becomes power when it's structured. Stories become assets when stewarded. And legacy is intentional, not accidental. What legacy are you building? Do you even take time to think about your legacy, or are you just living in the moment? What's happening now? So, everything we do, it is shaping our legacy and what it's to be. What do you want your legacy to be? That's why the power of your story is so crucial, it's so important. Listen, everybody has one. Everybody has a story. Most people, most people may never share their story with the world, but think about your story. Think about the stories that you have gleaned from, the stories that you have been empowered by, that you have, kind of shaped the way you think and the way you move and the things you do. Think about those stories. So, what will your story do for others? These are some things I just want you to really start thinking about. The power in one story. All right. So, let's continue. So, this is a place right now, before we get into our questions that I like to leave with you. This is an invitation I just want to put out there. This Black History Month, I want to be able to invite you into a space. I want to invite you into a space where stories aren't just celebrated, they're cultivated. So I know the purpose, the reason I started Morning Brew with Germaine was, as a publisher in my 18th year, I really wanted to create a community that could give voice to those that are voiceless, those that have a story to tell but don't know how to tell it, what steps to go, and even getting it published into the marketplace. So now it becomes a product that you can sell to generate revenue from. So, but I wanted to create a safe space that people can come, be inspired, encouraged over coffee and conversation. Henceforth, Morning Brew with Germaine. And so here we are. And so I found a company that I'm excited to be able to partner with them, to be able to extend the community beyond just my Monday through Friday lives, to be able to continue the conversation, to be able to give you a little bit of bite-sized learning and some teaching on how you can really take the power of your story and how you can turn it into currency. Currency doesn't always just mean monetary, but being able to turn your story into currency so people can really be empowered by it, through it, from it, you know, inspired to have it even resonate in their own life, that it may cause a change or a reaction for them to want to share their stories. You never know. You never know what your story may do. So, but in this place, in this new community that we're setting up, that I'm going to introduce, and I'm going to let me actually put some links up, okay? Let me do that now while I'm introducing it. And so it's in the scroll on the bottom also, but I also want to be able to put a link. So this link goes out to all of the platforms, how you can join the Morning Brew community. We are now on school, which is skool.com/morning brew with Germaine. So it's free. It's free to join. I want you to be a part of the community. I'm sorry, my dog wants to sit and play with a bone that keeps falling on the floor, making a lot of noise right now. So, nevertheless, sorry for that interruption, but let me get back into this, okay? So, okay, that's going to drive me crazy. Here, Penny, that's going to drive me crazy. Take your bone. Take your bone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's going to drive me crazy. Okay, here we go. We're back. And so, like I was stating, in this community, the link is there for you to be able to join. And please come join in the community, to give yourself a space to be able to share your story. Or maybe you have a story and you don't know, what do I do with it? I know it's a powerful story. I know it can help others, but I don't even know, where do I go from here? The good thing is you're a part of a community with a publisher who's been doing this for over 18 years, a lot of best-selling books. So you're in good hands. So if you are someone and you have that story and you really don't know what to do with it, the next steps, then you know what? Join the community because we're going to get into a lot of things. We're going to talk about a lot of things. You're going to learn a lot. Okay. All right. So if you've been, and also keep in mind, it's purpose driven, it's a community that's structured, purpose driven conversation. This is your moment to really just pull up a chair. And like I said, click on the link and join our school, SKOOL.com/ morning brew with Germaine community. Help us build this community. And so you can get out of it what you need also. It's not just for me, it's for all of us. Remember that. All right, guys. So let's go into a part that I like to share. This is our reflection questions, whereas I like to give 2 questions that you can take away with you. These 2 questions is something for you to really think about. It's something for you to take with you. You don't have to answer them now. I'm not expecting that. But I really want you to be able to see how it may resonate with you, how it may open up your thoughts. Okay. And so I think she's being intentional with this bone and she want to make noise. But anyway, all right, so let's get into it. Question number 1. What part of your story have you been carrying but not sharing? What part of your story have you been carrying and not sharing? That's our first question, okay? And then question number 2, what could grow if you weren't building alone? What could grow if you weren't building alone? Think about that. Community. That is a community driven question. So you don't have to be in this alone. You don't have to do this alone. So think about those 2 questions, okay? All right. So now I want to go into our final sip. So let's do that. Let's go into our final sip. We are coming to an end. We are coming to an end. And so, I like to leave you a few things on your journey today. So let me leave these with you on the final sip. And give me a second. Okay. All right. So in our final sip, let's take a quick pause. All right. So we want to honor the story that you came from. Okay. Honor the story that you came from. And we want to, you know how we do. We normally take a sip so we can begin to pour in a purpose. But I want you to take a pause and I really want you to think about the story that you come from. And step into the story. Step into the story you're still writing. And join a community because you know what? Listen, community, sometimes we long for, to be a part of something. And it's good when you could be a part of something that feeds you. So I want you to, if you have never thought about your story, I want you to start thinking about your story, where it derives from, how it came about, what were the experiences that you went through on this journey that you could possibly share with others or you can be healed from just by talking about it. It's therapeutic to be able to write your thoughts out. And I don't know who journals or not, but journaling could be very healthy for you. Okay. And so, and we encourage that here at Morning Brew with Germaine and Hope of Vision Publishing. So let me put that up also, that if you want to find out more information about our publishing company, you can definitely stop by hovpub.com, which is our Hope of Vision publishing company. And you can just pretty much engage and see the stories that we've published, those that are really taking the power of their story and they're putting it out there for others to be able to be blessed by it. Okay. All right. And you can always stop by morningbrewwithgermaine.com for more information just about Morning Brew, just about coffee and conversation. But like I stated, I want you to take a few minutes and I want you to join. Let me put this up on the screen. I want you to join the Morning Brew community at SKOLL.com/ Morning Brew with Germaine. Stop by, be one of the first to join the community. Today is the first day that we are launching the community. So why don't you be the first? And I want to put this message up, Diana, who's always such a blessing. So, Diana, number one publishing company in the world, girl. Listen, you always bring me to tears. So, hey, Diana, make sure you stop by school, click on the link, and be the first to join the community. You are such a huge advocate for HOV publishing, and I absolutely love you, girl. So, and she's been a part of the family, the Hope of Vision Publishing family, for pretty much over 15 years, and we've been here for 18. So, but make sure you stop by, everyone that's chiming in to be a part of the community. I want to know your story. I want to know how I can help get your story out there. Or maybe there's just some things you want to learn, because we're going to get into so much stuff in how you can turn your story into currency. But I'm not going to go through it now. You got to join the community. Some things will only be for the Morning Brew community over on school.com. So make sure you click the link that is in the comments. It's also scrolling on the screen. And make sure you click the link, though. I'll put it back up on the screen one more time to join the new Morning Brew community at SKOLL.com/ Morning Brew with Germaine. Let me see you over there, because we're going to be posting some great things that you can learn, as well as I want to hear from you. This is a space that I can hear from you, and we can really get into conversation. So thank you all so much for just coming in for the first time. If this is your first time stopping by Morning Brew with Germaine, thank you. It is so much that we do here. It's so much that we give here. And listen, we welcome community. We welcome new voices, new authors. And you know what? You will be surprised at the stories that you can create based off of who you are and what you do and how you do it. So until tomorrow, I'll see you back here for more celebrating Black History Month, okay? Have a great day. Don't forget, be the first to go join the new community on school.com/ Morning Brew with Germaine. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.